Let's do this. Okay. Go. Okay. Hello, everyone. If I haven't gotten the chance to meet you yet, I'm Molly, and I'm Julia's younger sister. I first want to thank everyone that's made this amazing day what it is, and I want to thank Julia and Lucas for letting me be a part of it. It means the world to me. About a year ago, when Julia was first asking me to write this speech, she told me two things. One, don't make it too long. And two, she texted me, quote, "If you make me cry during my wedding, I'll kill you." So, yeah, too late. Hopefully I can meet at least one of those requirements. I already missed one, so let's go for the next, okay? I actually want to start off with the story of how my family first met Lucas, which Father John did reference in his homily today, that Lucas actually drove 8 hours to see Julia for less than 24, or well, I guess it was 16 hours there and back to Texas to see Julia for less than 24 hours. What an amazing boyfriend. So that was great, but I want to tell you our family's perspective on it. So just to refresh your memory, Julia and Lucas started dating spring semester of their sophomore year at KU, and pretty soon after that, Julia went off to Texas for the summer to be a counselor at Camp Sweeney, which is a camp for kids with type 1 diabetes. At this camp, Julia had very limited access to any contact with the outside world. She basically worked 24/7 and had her phone for like 30 minutes, maybe in the late hours of each night. So yes, Lucas, being the great boyfriend, but fresh boyfriend that he was, he decided to go visit her. So Julia had actually, this first time, had requested that Lucas bring down a box of things that Julia had forgotten or wanted from home. So the night before he made that drive, he stopped by my parents' house to grab the box. We had never met Lucas before, so we were all anxiously waiting. We actually had a full house for some reason. My parents, Chris, Catherine, and I were all there, and we were all dying to meet him. So when he came to grab his stuff, we were watching home videos, and as we often do. And my dad invited him in for a beer and to watch the home videos, of course, for a bit, fully expecting him to politely decline and continue on his way. But Lucas, being the trooper he is and probably wanting to make a good first impression, stayed for home videos, and he was nice enough to act like he enjoyed them, even though everyone knows home videos are only fun when you're in them. After the home videos, my dad then invited him to stay for dinner. And once again, Lucas agreed to hang around, while most people probably would have made an excuse to go home. Remember, Julia is fully out of contact at this point and has no idea that this is happening. We were having lasagna that night, and Lucas ate it all. We didn't find out until much later that Lucas doesn't like melted cheese. First of all, red flag. Thank God he didn't tell us that night. And second of all, yeah, lasagna is probably like 50% melted cheese. So it was extra impressive that he was president of the Clean Plate Club. What a gentleman. Yeah, round of applause. And yeah, it doesn't end there. So somehow we also invited Lucas to the cul-de-sac for a juggling lesson. A juggling lesson, yeah, you heard that right. And the neighbors decided to join, so it's a whole party, and Lucas stayed really through it all. And at the end of the night, I knew that either Lucas was just unfamiliar with the phrase "no thank you," or he really loved my sister. He has really proven over the years that it is clearly the latter. From the beginning, Lucas has fit so perfectly into our family, and I'm so happy to officially call you a brother. Now to my big sister and best friend, Julia. The one that's been voted funniest sibling, and also, according to my dad, best dancer. I'll let you have that for tonight, but everyone, you're welcome to draw your own conclusions on the dance floor later. For as long as I can remember, Julia and I have been referred to as the girls amongst our family. We have been mixed up or mistaken as twins more times than I can count. We even responded to each other's names, and I got pretty good at answering questions just pretending I was Julia, because I didn't have the heart to break it to my uncles that I actually was not Julia. And also, Julia and I shared a room for much too long. When our older siblings all went off to college, there were 3 wide open bedrooms in our house. Yet Julia and I decided that we wanted to continue to share because it would be more fun. Yeah, we did. At that point, Julia was a sophomore in high school and I was in 7th grade. Julia has always been such an amazing sister to me, an amazing older sister to me, and I feel like that really exemplifies it. She has always built me up, cheered me on, and never made me feel less because I'm young. She loves in such a selfless way, never asking for anything in return. Whether it be me, her friends, the baby she cares for in the NICU, of course, more than anyone, Lucas. When I think of Julia, a phrase comes to mind. She had it on a t-shirt, and it was, I think, like some variation of it was her Twitter bio for a little bit. And it's also written on the bathroom wall that we shared at my parents' house. It says, "Choose joy." The most amazing thing about Julia is that whenever you're with her, she makes it so incredibly easy to choose joy. Sorry. She is a ray of sunshine that I strive to be more like every day. I feel so lucky to be a part of her joy. Sorry. And I'm so glad that Julia has found someone to return the same selfless love that she gives to everyone else. So selfless that we even eat melted cheese. I love you both so much, and I'm just so excited to see what the future holds. So I'd now like to give a toast. So cheers, the new Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds, until lifetime of choosing joy together.